Jillian Goldberg from GuardKnox. We are a leading global cyber tech tier supplier. Before we get started today, I want to take a second and introduce you to the GuardKnox team. We're all coming from the Israeli Air Force, where we actually built the cyber defense systems still currently deployed in our fighter jets, as well as our missile defense systems, such as the ones you see here. We've done this before. Coming from moving platforms, we've been able to leverage our background in innovation to provide secured and high-performance computing platforms for the automotive industry. A quick look at the company. We are currently working with over 7 different OEMs and have projects with all of them, as well as 6 Tier 1 suppliers. We have 8 worldwide partnerships, both technological as well as strategic, to provide us full end-to-end solutions, as well as have the ability to provide solutions to all geographies. A quick look at some of our investors. We are really proud of this esteemed list of investors, including VCs from the United States, the EU, as well as China. We consider our investors part of our partners, and that's why I'm also proud to give you a quick sneak peek of our advisory board, as well as our board of directors. What's currently going on in the automotive industry? We're currently seeing a paradigm shift, and what's currently happening in the world today is only accelerating that shift. We're seeing a shift to the software-defined vehicle, where the driver or the passenger is at the focal point rather than the vehicle itself. And we are seeing this every day. When I leave the store, I want to be able to customize my vehicle to my evolving needs. This is the cyber tech tier, the bridge to the new automotive paradigm. But what is a cyber tech tier? This might sound new to you. It's because GuardKnox is the first charting this new territory. A cyber tech tier supplier fits right into the existing value chain, providing services to the Tier 1, to the manufacturer, as well as the aftermarket. GuardKnox has decades of experience in defense aviation and in moving platforms, and this has led to our 5 patents, as well as a number more in the future. We are very proud to have 2, and actually soon to be 3, patents on automotive services-oriented architecture. With GuardKnox in our vehicle, because of our secure SOA, we're able to have a customized experience to download apps apart from that initial sale and to generate, once again, more revenue for the OEM. Let's talk about what our platform looks like. Our series of platforms provide domain controllers, as you see here. Here we're also seeing our secure software stack with the separation between safety critical and non-safety critical systems. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks so much, Jillian. I believe we have Jillian as well as Moshe on the line from GuardKnox. If you go ahead and unmute yourselves. Really excited to have you here, and certainly looking to field some Q&A from the audience. And I think maybe a quick question to kick things off is, cybersecurity, I think, is probably one of the dark horses in terms of connectivity and considerations of priorities for a vehicle. How are you seeing the conversation around cybersecurity in the car right now, given that there might be other priorities with automakers?
Let me start, it's Moshe. The good news that we don't need to answer that question, because the United Nations and ISO organization answered that for us, and of course all the OEMs. The United Nations just published a governance document that says that as of 2022, it will enforce in Europe and in the US the regulations for cybersecurity for vehicles. And of course, the regulation that was mentioned is ISO 21434, which we were a contributing partner to write the standards. So from our perspective, it's very good news. And we believe that the more the car is connected, the more cybersecurity as a foundation layer is going to be needed.
Gotcha. I think that totally makes sense. And maybe another quick question here. I know we're a little tight on time, but can you speak to maybe one of a highlight partnership or more successful partnership that you all have had, and kind of what has led to that success?
I will take this question in the light of the COVID pandemic because we were able to move forward with quite a lot of tier ones because of personal relations that we took the decision to move into that direction a year ago, as was mentioned. We understood that the only thing that can bring us into the place where people will trust us is not only our technology, but personal relations. So investing a lot of time in getting to know the decision makers as well as the engineers in different levels. And now we see that, that it pays off because we are heading into some contracts that we're expecting to be signed very soon. So from our perspective, investing even in those kind of days, investing the time in creating those relationships, answering the pain points of the customer and understanding their limitation during those days when you're a startup and you are used to move very fast and adjust yourself. That's, in my view, that brings us into a much better position.
For sure. Definitely some wise advice for any founders on the line. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, Moshe and Jillian, for your time. And if you'd like to follow up anyone in the audience, I put Jillian's email address on here, but feel free to reach out to myself additionally. I'll be happy to connect.